You first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3. Weather coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. It is hot, it is humid, it is Monday. Not a lot of things most of us were looking forward to. Plus, it's the first day of school for many across the area, including kids in Rochester, kids in Mason City, kids in Austin, really across the area. We're starting to see kids getting back in school. What a day for it. Such a summer-like day. We're seeing a few clouds begin to bubble up in Rochester. Nothing too crazy. It's a little more on the empty side across Mason City's sky. So yes, sunscreen is still needed. Later in the day, may not be needed as much. But more importantly, hydration, staying hydrated, especially when we're dealing with dew points in the 70s, near 80 degrees. That's when we get these real feels in the hundreds. It's already feeling like 103 in Rochester right now at 87 degrees. Feels like 102 in Mason City. Look at Charles City. 108-degree real feel right now, and we're still warming up. We'll continue to warm up throughout the day. I wouldn't be surprised if some of us do make it over the 110 mark when it comes to these real feels, the heat index values. Luckily, as we do get into the evening, we'll start to get a little bit cooler, but not by much. It is a hot day, and it will remain a hot day even into the evening hours. An excessive heat warning remains in effect for all of us here in that pinkish purple, kind of maroon color. And that does include Rochester, Olmsted County. Now, those of us in the orange, that is a heat advisory, but just because it is technically a lesser alert, does not mean we need to take this a lesser concern. It is very warm across the area and will remain as such. Moving over to satellite and radar, there's not much to talk about in the way right now, but we zoom a little further to the north, a little further to the west, and I'll be watching this very closely. This front brings a severe weather threat here as we come into late tonight, overnight, and even following into our Tuesday. It also brings some relief. We will be cooling through the week, temperatures getting a little closer to where they should be, which is the upper 70s as we get later on. Let's watch things on Sky Tracker unfold. This is around 8 p.m. We start to see kind of round one of this development, mainly north of I-90. Now we're going to 10 p.m. and it does look to just go across our northern counties, but this was round one. Moving on to round two. We see this coming in early morning Tuesday. This is around 4 a.m. This is the one we're a little more concerned about because it has the potential to kind of grow together, become more of that bow echo shape. And as it bows through the area, this is around 6 a.m., brings a threat for some severe weather, including some very strong wind gusts. The threat level, well, many of us are in level 3, some of us in level 2, some higher threat levels here. And again, the timing being Monday evening, tonight, into overnight, heading into our Tuesday, and we do still see a chance for some severe development, a lesser chance getting back into that level 1, more of the lingering storms possible as we head into the morning and afternoon. So here on the 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view. Today remains in the red for multiple reasons. The heat, as well as the storm threat as we come into our Tuesday. As I told you, temperatures regulating by the end of this week.
Definitely not something you want to play with today.
Absolutely not. Today is a pretty scary Monday, so a lot to watch out for. We even have some schools closing early. Head to our website and you can check those out.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.